Good morning. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Mike. How's it going?
Mike, how are ya?
I am fantastic. I am back and I am ready to rock and roll.
Shake and bake. Would you say you are feeling dandy?
I am well, you can definitely call me Dandy. I am getting my supply of vitamin D, vitamin Dandy.
Yes.
It is a thing. Lori told me you coined that. Yeah, no, definitely feeling dandy.
I love it. I love it. And for those who have not seen your show yet, Mike, first of all, thanks for joining me for another show, co-hosting. I think the world of you. I love our shows together.
My pleasure.
And for those who don't know, you have your own new show that you co-host with the one and only Lori, and it is called Call Me Dandy.
Yes, yeah. So we talk about just about everything under the sun. I don't think anything's off limits. And we're two different people who have very different takes on the world than the average person, Lori and I. So that's sort of the
Mhm.
the ordeal with our show.
I love it. It's very unique, which I thoroughly enjoy.
Thank you.
In the world of podcasts, it's it's often hard to find something that's unique. So, I
Yeah,
mean, I like to think that I'm in the top three. Yours is also in there.
perfect.
We'll throw in a little Joe Rogue.
Here we go. That's acceptable. I would have also accepted Ryan Sickler, but Joe Rogan's pretty good. So,
Oh, I haven't heard Ryan's
oh,
podcast.
oh, he's so funny.
Is he?
Yeah, his laugh is what gets me, but
Okay. Yeah. Isn't it so it's so funny how laughs are so infectious, right? Like I could be in the
yes.
worst mood and I could watch a TikTok of just like some random douche canoe on a subway cracking up
Yep.
and like 3 seconds in I'll be like, yeah, that's funny shit.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just impossible not to smile at it. So,
I know,
yeah.
I know. What are you drinking today?
Well,
This morning on a Monday morning?
as I'm sponsored by Monster Energy drink, I am, I'm drinking a Monster Energy drink. And anyone that knows me will understand that. Otherwise, we don't need to dive into it. But it's not Sky Mall.
Oh my God, Sky Mall. Okay, I wonder what's gonna happen if someone from Sky Mall like goes on social media and sees like goes back through all, their hashtags of Sky Mall and sees like they haven't been on social media for like 3 months and then all of a sudden they see this Sky Mall, Sky Mall, Sky Mall, Sky Call Me Dandy, Sky Mall, Sky Mall. They're like, oh, guys, we're a hit.
Yeah, yeah. That or they'll just close up shop and realize how bad it is.
Oh my God. I know so anybody from Sky Mall watching this, please sponsor Call Me Dandy. Um,
Yeah,
they have a
exactly.
multitude of your your
It's
your items.
yes, yeah, it's really, 50% of what's good about our show. So,
Yeah. uh, I am drinking a mango pomegranate tea.
mango
Yeah.
pomegranate tea. That
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
It's quite delicious, but I boiled the water, I steeped the tea about an hour ago, so it's just about ready to sort of sip on. What? Yeah.
Yes, I hear that. Yeah.
Why is that? What is that? What is the thing? Like, it's the same water, it's the same, but if I boil the water to make a coffee, or if I go and get a coffee at like a Tim Hortons or something, which Lori knows nothing about because apparently you didn't send her any Tim Hortons in your specialty
No, no,
Canada
I didn't. I
box.
was going to, and then she said they drink old people coffee down there or
Oh, the
something. So,
Folgers. Yeah, the
yeah, so I just fine.
but what is that about coffee? Like I can make a hot coffee and I'm like, ooh, oh, hot coffee, so good. But you boil the same water in the same kettle to make a tea, and you go to drink the tea and you're like fucking third degree burns on your upper lip.
Yeah,
What is it?
it's a crazy thing.
It really is. Like you have to wait like 6 days to be able to drink your coffee, your tea.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Bananas. How was your weekend?
My weekend was busy with work, but it's over now. So, so that is it's not often that I look forward to a weekend being over, but
Yes.
this is one that I was content for it to end.
Uh-huh. And do we want to talk about it, or we're gonna leave it at bay,
Well, we
or
just, I work in an apartment building.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
part of my,
We don't
and
have to. Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
tenants making bad decisions and then trying to go back on them. So
Yeah.
it's just a problem that I have with humans in general. So
So it's a pedestrian thing.
it's a potato. Exactly. Yes. Yes. It could have been anyone, and I would have,
Anyway, just
you
random
know,
genome
just
stuff.
you just crossed me on a bad day, which is most of them. So,
I'm surprised I haven't pissed you off yet, Mike. I'm surprised you still actually love me and want to do the show with me.
well, don't push it.
And scene. Oh gosh. On that note, I hear your dream date is hot dogs under the stars. Is that true?
This is a fact.
I
It
love
doesn't
it.
need. Now, I need to say, it doesn't need to be hot dogs.
Okay.
It could be a. It could be a. I don't know, cold cuts and cheese or something, but something that you make on the spot,
Hmm.
and just laying under the stars in a field.
I haven't heard. Oh, in a field. Oh, it got me in the you know where.
It's
Um,
gotta be, yeah. You need an
yeah,
open
yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, yeah.
setting.
I haven't heard the term cold cuts since my grandparents were alive. So
Ouch! I feel old. Yes.
thanks for that memory.
You're welcome. But hot dogs are the best option. I will say that. It doesn't need to be hot dogs, but hot dogs are where it's at.
Well, they're easy, right? You can put them on a stick and in a fire, and you're golden. I mean, you don't really have to cook them, really, right?
That's just
I
it. If
mean,
they're a little
vegan
cold in the
or
middle, it's
meat
fine.
hot dogs. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
Now, do you like anything in particular on the hot dog, or are you just like a
I
straight meat guy?
I like ketchup and mustard on it, but
Okay.
I can eat it without,
Hmm.
or just one or the other. But
Yeah. Can the ketchup touch the mustard, or is it like
it actually, I have to swirl the hot dog
right?
in the bun to mix them.
Oh, it's a Mike's Southwest sauce.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a certain je ne sais quoi when you mix them together. Just it's not the same as if you just have them on parallel lines
Yeah,
along the dog. So
it's just too divisive.
that's right. Exactly.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What is going on in your neck of the woods? You are in Hell of the Facts.
Yes,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Things are
things
opening
here.
up now. Things are going smoothly. What's happening? What's
Yeah,
new? Tell me all about it.
there's not been a huge amount of change.
Yeah.
Um, things in general are opening up. There's still the mask laws, though.
Hmm.
Um, and in general, there's not a huge amount of division here, which is nice. I mean, there is everywhere, of course, but Nova
Hmm.
Scotians are pretty laid back, right? The rest of them are. So yeah, no, it's just been sort of almost back to business as usual,
Okay.
but with masks is
But with
sort of where
masks. Yeah.
where we're at. So
Very
everyone's
nice.
looking forward to when the masks are gone, though.
Yes, I would imagine, especially for the kids going back to school in September.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
So
that'll be good. That'll be good. Your vaccination protocol, everybody, you're all about it.
I got vaccinated and I was happy to.
Good.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Good for you. Good for
yeah,
you.
that's just it. I feel it's obviously a personal choice.
Hmm.
People, it's just a conscience call, right? I'm neutral
Yeah.
on people's decisions. Um, so to each their own. But yeah, I chose to because I want to be able to travel, and I figure that will open things up sooner for me.
I I hear you on that one. Sorry, I'm just fixing my screen. Something happened there. But
All good.
weird. Weird.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm concerned with the travel thingy, but because most of my travel is like US, back and forth US. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Yeah. We have a great show. I'm excited. There's some things in here that we've never done on a show before. I'm not sure quite how it's going to go. Um,
We shall see.
we shall see. You know, every day's a shit show, so I'm open for anything. We're going to talk about some gross stuff, which I know is going to be a challenge for you because you are a germaphobe.
Yes.
We are going to talk about some of the cheekiest things we've ever done. Um, Really, the worst things to ever say after you get hired, right? Immediately after you
Yes.
get hired. We've got our 3-question draw as per usual, and
Yep.
a secret segment, which I have not been yet made privy to. It's a Mike's choice, and I know nothing about it. I'm excited, and rumor has it you have a tip of the day.
I do have a tip of the day,
Okay,
and
well,
it is a, you know,
is it a dandy?
it's it's a dandy. It's actually a little more positive than I normally am, but it's something
Oh,
that's helped me recently. So
okay, I love it.
I'm a
Very.
try.
I have to say I love the camo hat.
Thank you
Mhm.
very much.
Yeah, camo's my jam. Love it, love it, love it.
Glad you enjoy.
Oh, you know what? Mike and I have the same glasses, I think, as you.
Get them on.
Twinning.
Perfect.
Perfection.
This is
In
how
one.
we roll.
This is how we roll. Okay. Let's get right into it. 5 grossest things that could ever happen to us. I think we should ping pong this. Let's go one
That
for one.
that sounds good. So
Okay.
as you mentioned before, I'm a germaphobe. So basically, walking outside of the apartment is a gross thing for me.
Okay.
But I got specific, and
Okay.
hopefully it's not too specific. So
Well, see,
my
now I find this interesting because you have a cleaning business. You have your own business, right?
yeah,
Okay, so
and
okay, break down how that works for you because like I get
it's
the making things clean would be satisfying for you, but being a germaphobe, why would you want to go into that environment?
I think that's what makes me enjoy it so much is that I know I'm eliminating the germs. I'm fixing that as I go along. I'm creating clean, comfortable spaces.
Okay.
so it's almost like therapy at times for me when I'm going
Yes.
along. Oh, okay,
Cleaning is
this
very
is good.
therapeutic.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people have asked me that before. They say, like you go into a dirty bathroom at an office or something where
Mhm.
truckers work. How do you manage that? And it's like, well, I get rid of the germs.
Yeah.
That's kind of my memo on life.
And by germs, he means people. No, I'm just joking.
Anything I don't like.
Point and shoot, Mike. Point and shoot.
That's right. Yeah. You can shake a stick at it.
Okay, let's go. You're number
Okay.
one on your list. What's the one of the most grossest things that could ever happen to you?
Well, just in general,
Hmm.
peeing in the shower for me is just, and like every time I bring this up,
Hmm.
like everyone's like, everyone does that, and I get it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
for me,
yeah. Everyone
I
does it,
just,
Mike.
I just cannot wrap my head around the peeing in the shower thing. It
And
grosses me out
and
so
why? How? Because it
bad.
goes down the drain. You're not standing in it. It's not like stagnant.
But there's water that builds up. Not all of the water goes down right away, so you'll have pee on your feet for a certain, at least a diluted version for some
Mm,
of the shower, and I just like pee's part of my phobia. So that
okay.
I'm being specific in the peeing in the
Okay.
shower thing. If it was,
Uh-huh.
pee on the floor, that would gross me out too.
Okay.
But that doesn't happen that often.
Okay.
So so the peeing in the shower thing
Only when you've
is
had too many monsters.
that's exactly. So yeah, peeing in the shower is one of the like really really gross things that happens all the time. This is a
Yeah,
realistic thing. Everyone does it,
everyone
and it's
does it.
just something that really messes up my brain. It grinds my
I
gears.
do it every morning
You're the
when I'm in.
worst. Canceled.
Off the air. Cut her
No,
off.
no.
But you know that urine is sterile, right? You
I
know.
am completely aware of that. I
Okay.
understand that it's not, like it's not bacterially dirty,
Right.
but it's still physically dirty
Okay. Okay. All
in
right.
my mind.
In your mind. Okay. So it's not just the peeing in the shower. That's the specificity of it. You
Yes,
have a phobia of pee in yeah.
more or less, yeah.
Okay. And now is it just other is it your pee as well or other people's pee?
Like I mean, I won't
Sorry,
pee in the
you just
shower.
choked there. Sorry.
Yeah. Like I would never pee in the shower. So I guess my pee too. Like I can clean up pee, right? I do it for a living,
Okay.
but just in general, I would,
Hmm.
you know, no one's ever going to give me a golden shower,
Okay.
and I could never to someone else. It's just
Okay.
that's
Well,
like
that's good to know. I'll make Lori aware of that when she comes to see you. Knock golden
not
shower
even,
off your list. Slow.
not yet. Don't even try it.
Okay. Well, first on my list is, oh gosh, it makes me dry heave thinking about it. Someone picking their nose and wiping it on me. Ugh.
Oh. Oh man, that is a bad one. That didn't even come to my mind, but that is legitimately a really bad one. I told you I'm gonna have trouble with this segment. Is it getting hot in here? Is it just me?
Sweaty. Oh, I cannot. The reason this grosses me out is because I remember when I was a kid. Oh my god, fucking hated this chick. If I ever find her as an adult, she's dead meat. Uh, I must have been in grade 1, and there was this girl who always used to pick on me. Always used to pick on me, and she picked more than once one time, and
Oh,
was sitting behind me one day, and she picked her nose and she wiped it on my back.
oh.
Ugh.
Someone would have died, either me or her.
I think I don't know, how old are you in grade 1? 7? I was like, I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have got time because you're like under a late age
Yeah,
limit, right? So you're.
yeah. You should have done it.
Oh my
Two
god.
walked in, one came out.
That's my motto in life.
That's
Hashtag positive. Oh gosh. Anyways, yeah. So I think that's where that came from. But yeah, I don't know. Just even when I was in the corporate world and I would take the subway to
Mhm.
downtown, you would not believe how many people sit on the subway and pick and I don't mean like discreetly, like you got a little, you just do one of
Mhm.
those. I mean full in, digging around trying to find the disgusting. The nose picking, I can't.
No.
And when I see kids do it, brr, like,
Yep.
I would rather they barf on me than pick their nose.
I don't know. My second one is puke. And actually, the big thing for me, it's not puke itself,
Okay.
but the sound of someone puking is what gets me.
Not the smell, the sound.
Now, like this, I don't enjoy the smell or anything,
Okay.
like, and I don't like seeing it happen. But,
Uh-huh.
but like, I can even leave the room and be off and hear it,
Yeah.
and, and then I start gagging. It's like, oh, no, get me out here. So like, I've been in when people have been around puking that I'm like ears plugged in a corner, humming to myself to try and not hear it. Just
Humming,
yeah, it's
sitting in the
like
corner with
canceling
your
out the
monster.
noise. Yeah, yeah. I'm like doing no, what is that?
Ah, la la,
Sound
ah, la
canceling
la la la.
headphones or whatever by myself. So,
Oh my gosh. So puke. The
yeah,
sound of puke. The sound of puking.
that
Oh gosh. Where does that come from? Was that like a did is that always grossed you out, or has it gotten
I don't know
progressively
because
worse
like
as an
growing
adult?
up, I could puke on command, and like
Could you really?
it was a thing that my older cousins would go to other kids and they'd be like, "Hey, I bet you $5 that kid can, if I go over and say something to him, he'll puke." And they'd be like, "Yeah, deal." And they'd come over and they'd be like, "Puke," and then I'd puke, and then we'd split the money. We'd go and get candy or whatever. So like, being sick myself doesn't bother me. I don't
Right.
mind, but when I hear someone else, it just instantly curdles my stomach.
Ooh, ooh, the
Yeah.
curdling of the intestines. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Um,
right.
Second for me would be a bird shit. A bird shitting on me, I would just I would lose it for multiple
The people that
reasons.
say that's good luck
Well,
are
it's good luck.
insane.
It's good luck if it shits on your car, right? I think that's
No,
the.
they say if you get shit on,
Mhm.
that it's good luck. That's good luck. And I
Huh.
think those people are idiots because being shit on by a bird is instantly bad luck. Your day has been ruined. Nothing can be done to redeem it. There's no good luck to be had.
Well, it's one thing to be shit on, but to be shit on by a bird, like the bird itself, like is dirty. The bird
Yeah.
itself is dirty. Anything from a
Yes.
bird, I, people who have people who have birds and parrots and whatever as pets, don't at me. I don't fucking care. Birds are dirty. Bir-
Birds are the worst. There's no good birds.
I love them. I love to watch them. I love to see them in pictures.
I hate them.
But don't. Why would you have them in your dwelling? It's
Yeah.
just they're dirty. Um, and a seagull. A seagull is a trash rat. A
Yeah.
trash rat. A flying trash rat.
Yeah.
And for them
Pigeons.
whoa, to poop on you, it's like a double dirty.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I chose to put my fingers like this when I said double dirty, but there you have it.
I'm, I'm not touching that. I might need to change. I might need to change one of my last three to that. No. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Public washrooms.
Mhm.
Period.
Mhm.
There's no good public washroom ever.
Agreed. Mhm.
Public. They're just all bad. Um, and what really gets me in public washrooms is other people's um, unsanitary habits,
Mhm.
or what I consider to be like touching the handle with bare hands,
Oh,
right? Like that gets me, or like the lock in the stall, like someone just they touch it.
everybody
Yeah.
knows you
and
grab
and like
the
the big
paper
thing,
towel and you
this is it, right?
you touch the
And
handle with the paper towel
and
and then toss the paper towel.
people that walk out without washing their hands,
Oh.
I literally, I'm like, I'm that person that goes, "Excuse me, you forgot to wash your hands." So, and in a big public washroom like at Costco or something, it
Mhm.
becomes a big thing because I almost become like a traffic control person. I'm like, "Excuse me, no, you and you, no, no, no." I'll be calling like 4 or 5 people back in while I just go in to have a quick pee. It turns into
Oh,
like a 15-minute affair.
okay. Well, I'm glad you mentioned the pee thing because I think a lot of guys do. Well, and tell me if this is a guy thing, but I noticed that so many people will come and like will go and have a pee, just a pee, and not wash their hands. And they're like, "Well, I just had a pee." I'm like, "But you touched your ding dong, and then you touched a handle and a tap and a doorway and a this and a that, and then a." dirty, and B, if you have a partner, you're going to want her to do stuff to your ding dong and you haven't even washed your hands and you use and the whole thing is dirty and it's gross.
Yeah. I I agree. I have blown on this trumpet my whole life. And I've gotten into a lot of arguments in public washrooms with people. Don't feel they need to wash their hands
After a
after having a
pee.
pee.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even if you go into the washroom to blow your nose, wash your
Wash your hands.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm with you on that one. I
It's not
100%.
complicated.
So airports would be probably even worse for you.
I have I have issues with airports. But I love traveling. But it's a
Mhm.
it's an anxiety. It's a
Oh.
stressor for me while while I'm on the go. But
Yeah.
I bring a big bottle of hand sanitizer.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll even wipe my face with it sometimes if I'm feeling really gross. It's like, oh, that bathroom was really bad.
Are you a multiple shower a day? Because I am.
I can I generally do one, but depending on what I'm doing,
Yeah.
if I'm sweatier than usual or whatever, I can't go to bed dirty. So
Mm-mm. Yeah.
I'll shower again. Or
Yeah. I'm a morning and night shower. And then, I mean, depending, like you said, depending on what happens during the day, like if you work out or something, I'll shower again.
yeah,
Or if you have like, some sexy time, you got to shower again after that. But
got
I
to
don't
do what
have
you
to
got to
worry about that. Oh, I'm pathetic.
do. Life goes
Um,
on.
okay, where are we? Is it my turn or your turn?
Your turn.
Okay. Um, Someone spitting in my face
Oh,
on another level for me. Um, Someone spitting in my face, they're not going to have a face. There will be some hard contact with my fist and their jaw.
it's assault. Them
It is
them
assault.
spitting in your it's actually assault.
Hmm.
At least in Canada, right?
Hmm.
It's something you can be charged for, the same as if someone was to hit you. Spitting in someone's face. It is just I've had one person do it to me in my life, and it was a relationship I'm glad to be out of. But
Oh, really?
yeah,
A woman
yeah,
spit in your face?
yeah, and it
Mikey, I'm so sorry. That's so
you know
disrespectful.
what, it is what it is. But yeah, it's the sort of thing that I would never let happen again. It's
That's
it
gross and disrespectful.
yes, yeah, exactly. So
Oh my gosh. Ugh, yucky.
so I
Yeah.
feel that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's again just gross and disrespectful for so many reasons. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
Again, I'd rather someone throw up on me than spit in my face.
yeah, I can agree on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
100.
this
Hmm.
one this one is not so much it just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay.
But when someone does a limp handshake, when they like just give you their hand but they don't really do it, they just give the hand and then you like grab onto it, but they don't, it's just like it's like grabbing a dead fish or something, right? And I
Hmm.
instantly, it like travels up my arm into my spine, and I get like the ooh, ooh, and it's like ooh, let go, and it's like it's a whole thing. Like they can tell. I've had people before that I've done it, and they're like, "You okay?" And I'm like,
Oh.
"You shake hands funny."
That's not your orgasm face, is it?
Yeah, yeah. Lord, the things we do for fame.
I, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, it's like, I mean, I'm sure that is someene's orgasm. Can you imagine?
I'm sure that
Imagine
someone somewhere does that.
you're having the time of your life and you look up and they go, Ugh.
That moment when you realize,
The limp handshake. Yes, I have experienced that once in my life,
yep.
and it was it was a guy. I
Oh yeah.
I
It
yeah.
it usually has been when I've shook hands with people that it's
Yeah.
guys that do the limp one.
And this was a seemingly well respected professional guy.
Yeah.
And I always, you shake hands after meetings and things like that.
Yep.
And he did one of these.
Ooh. Ooh.
And,
Yeah.
and I thought,
You know it's going bad right from the get go.
oh, okay. And it wasn't a gender specific anything like that. It
Nope.
was just more of like it was like a he was here and the rest of the world was here,
Yeah.
and this was his hand, like he was the fucking godfather, and I was like,
Yeah.
see
Kiss
ya.
the pinky ring kind of
Yeah.
mentality.
Oh, it was gross. It
Yeah.
was gross. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Can't
Um.
do that.
No. No. Number 4 on my list is eating something and then discovering it was expired.
It would depend.
Okay. It would
If I
depend.
it would, yeah, it would
Okay.
depend for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I
It's
while
fine.
I was eating it, I thought this doesn't taste right,
Uh-huh.
and then I realized it was expired, I would be so sick and bothered by it. Like
Above.
I'd have to go throw up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But if I didn't notice it, and someone after, like if I enjoyed it and they were like, "Oh, that was actually expired," I'd be like, "Well, they must have got the date wrong."
You would just reason with yourself.
That's right. That means I'm not dealing with it.
I gotta go.
That's right. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Next on your list?
Feet. Being touched by feet. I have it's just feet.
Really?
Yeah.
God, we
I don't
would
do feet.
never, we could never, like, we would never be together, Mikey. 'Cause
My
I'm a
ex,
fan of the foot rubs.
shortly after we were married, she had cold feet all the time. And one time she got this idea that she was going to put her feet on my back to warm them up. And it was just like, without even thinking, I just kind of like did this
Pile
maneuver
driver.
where I rolled over and like it flipped her out of bed. Like right out onto the floor. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but never do that again. Also, are you okay? But it's like,
Hashtag
just-
I love you.
yeah, it just, I can't do it. Like, I think maybe if someone I really cared about was having a really hard time
Uh-huh.
with something, they were in a lot of pain or whatever, and like a foot massage would fix it if they wash their feet and like right after, I
And
might
hand
be able to
sanitize
do
them.
that. But in general, it's just like
It's a no-go for you. The feet thing.
yeah,
Wow, that's crazy to know about you. That's a good thing to know. That's a good thing to know.
that's yeah.
Yeah. I'll never put my feet up on your lap when we're out camping.
That's good.
Okay.
I would eat you. And then I'd drive away. I'd leave you there.
You're kidding me. That is no, I'm not joking. That is the cruelest thing you could ever do to me. We all know I have zero sense of direction. I would set up for it and I would prepare to die. I was like, well, I guess this is where I'm spending the rest of my days.
How many hot dogs are left? No.
I put them in rations. I'd be like, I can make it for 17 days. It's the worst thing to do to me. Drop me off in the middle of nowhere and be like, see ya. I'd be like, fuck. Well, this
Noted.
thing was fun.
Don't cross me. No.
Noted. Oh my gosh. Last on my list is, oh, this might get you. It got me. Might get you good. Having the toilet overflow and standing in the backwater. Shit water. Yeah.
So this just happened this week in the apartment building.
No.
Edit.
Hold on.
One
Mike's
second.
holding back the chunks here.
The problem was it went and settled and started coming into the apartment below. So I had to like get a wet vac and like suck out of the bathroom fan so
Oh,
that it wasn't like running all over the place to control it. So, it was so bad.
oh, oh my gosh, that is so gross.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have that happen, it's another thing to have to clean it up. But for me, like the way my brain is, I'd be like, there's fucking bacteria everywhere. Like I would be the way I am, like the way my brain works is I would be listing off all of the possible medical conditions that would be a result of this. Like if they like, oh gosh, like there's not enough probiotics in the world that would
Yeah.
like make me feel better.
Yeah. So bad.
Gross. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you have another one last on your list, or was that it?
no, that was my five.
That was your five?
Yeah.
Whew, man. Well, speaking of shitty water, let's talk about some cheeky things that we've done. The three cheekiest things that we've done. I don't know what to expect because you're a bucket of love, Mikey. Um,
I had to I had to like really think about how can I make myself not look too bad and kind of cute here.
well,
What are
I'm not
some
worried about it at
what
all.
are some mean things that I've done that are almost adorable? So
Well, should I go first? It might
you
influence
go
it
first.
might
Yeah,
influence what you're willing to admit to.
yeah, exactly.
Um, Okay, so this one is a little more tame, I think. Well, I mean, I'm not a horrible person, but I've had my moments where everyone can be pushed to the limit, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think I'm fairly much better person now than ever was before. But I have emptied an entire bottle of Visine in someone's water bottle.
Wowzers.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
whew.
Yeah, just all you just need light pressure and it just goes straight right into the water bottle. Easy peasy does it.
Lord. I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah, it's odorless, it's colorless. You don't
Yeah.
suspect a thing. There's no taste.
That's a good one. That's a good one to remember.
Yeah.
Can
Yep.
come in
Yep.
handy.
Yeah. Did it ever?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the things I've done. So fess up.
Okay. So this is the worst of mine.
Okay, we're
I
going all in on the first one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that way I gradually seem to be nicer at the end.
Okay. Got it.
I leave off with a good
Good plan of
impression.
action.
So I was staying over at a friend's house when I was, I don't know, early teens,
Mm.
and he was being like a real he just really got on my nerves.
Mm.
Like that night, it was the first time I ever stayed at his place. And so at one point I went to use the washroom, I saw his toothbrush, and after flushing the toilet, I may have sloshed it around in the toilet water a little bit. Now, I did feel bad after, and I
Mikey.
rinsed it off in the sink, but I never told him. So,
Wowzers. I feel like you conquered your phobia for a minute just to complete that task.
yeah, and maybe I wasn't as bad as a kid. I don't know. Maybe I didn't have the phobias the same. Hard to say.
Yeah.
I remember after I had done it, I felt bad. So I rinsed it under, and I thought about telling him, but it was like, no, I look like a
No.
massive dick if I tell him.
Not if you did the deed, just if you
That's yeah, exactly. Well, it's done now.
can't take it back.
That's, yeah. Make sure there was no hairs in it or anything. And
Oh, number two on my list is slightly similar. Um, I was working at a particular establishment, and as most things in my life, I was surrounded by all guys. I was the only girl there, and most of the guys were great. There was one guy who was just a complete dick, and I remember my last shift there before I quit and went back to school, I thought, God, I just can't. My conscience won't be clear if I don't do something horrible. We used to have to wear these lanyards around our neck that had
Hmm.
like our name tags on them and stuff. Most of us forgot, to wear them most of the time, but he was like super like on point all the time. Made sure he wore it all the time. It was like attached to him. Like I swear he must have slept in it. So you hang it up on your little hook at the back when you leave, at night for your shift. I might have taken that lanyard into the toilet with me. This will be a tough one for you, Mikey, to handle. I may have peed on it. I might have, and if I might have done that, there's a chance I might have swirled it around in the toilet. And I mean, since it was, the evening, there's a whole 12 hours before the store opens again. So there's time for it to dry.
God, no.
So I just, dripped it off and hung it. I might have hung it back up on his said hook. And
Oh, Lord.
he may have worn it the entire next day.
Well, it makes me feel a lot better about my next one. Have you ever heard of the Dutch oven?
When are farts not funny?
Yeah. Right? So you kind of hard under the blankets, you hold
Mm-hmm.
it in,
Mm-hmm.
and then when your significant other comes in, you just pull it up over their head. So I'm not like a rotten person to do that all the time, but I did it
All the
once.
time.
I did it once.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. I had known that I was rancid foul that night, and it just happened that she was like really. It was just it was like perfect timing for me, and the worst day for her to have, for her to have upset me. It was just like, come to bed.
Why did you even get married, Mikey?
Well, there's a whole nother story to that.
Okay. Okay, we won't go
We'll
there.
save that for mindful health clinic.
Okay. Where I might be able to help. Because
That's,
yeah,
yeah.
in this state,
There's a lot of trauma behind that one.
because this show is just a bunch of fuckery. It's just-
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So you were she annoyed you and you were ready to
I got even.
heat it up.
I let one out, held it in. She came in, pinned her under the blankets a little bit. C'est la vie.
Say la vie. Oh my gosh. And did she like what was the upset factor? Did she cry? Was she like mad? Was she
She was infuriated. Um,
really?
yeah.
That's kind of
So
funny to me. That's kind of funny to me.
yeah,
Yeah. Cuz I mean I don't know. I think for me I think that would have been an icebreaker in an argument. Kind of would have been a funny thing. I mean,
yeah. It
just
wasn't in this case.
um well, now I feel like my third one is a little bit tame. And don't ask me whose car it was. I can't remember. Won't tell you. Can't remember. I may have gift wrapped someone's car. Again, super nice person I am, but push me to the limit. shit's gonna go down.
anyone that's never had to deal with that sort of a thing has no idea how frustrating it is to deal with all of that wrapping paper and the little pieces that get torn off and are blowing away and the embarrassment.
It wasn't just like it wasn't like a loose covering of it.
Yeah.
There was time invested. There was like the folding and the wrapping around, and like you could see, the
Yeah.
whole. Yeah, it was a job well done.
That took the cake on it.
Yeah, it was a job well done. Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Took some time to unwrap that gift.
So so my last one is it's not a specific thing, but I I love scaring people.
Oh, I love it.
And not like dramatic, planned out,
Uh-huh.
buy a mask 4 weeks in advance and
Yeah.
hide in a closet for hours, but just like oh, they don't know that I'm here right now and they're coming around the corner.
Yeah, love it,
The-
love it, love it.
Those I probably almost given my mom a heart attack 1,000 times in her life from it. I'll do it over and over again. And I hate when people do it to me.
Really?
So it's a total double standard.
Oh, it's a dick
But
move.
but I won't stop. I enjoy doing it to other people so much that I'm willing to suffer through it myself. So that's how I roll on it.
I love it. I love it. I think scaring people is the best thing ever. It's so funny. It's so
I think it's
funny.
great. Yeah.
I like that would be like my number one thing, I think, like to do to my partner, and like get my partner to do to me, just constantly scared. Because you up the ante every time. You're like, you do the stand outside the shower, scare. Like you go to do the on the shower curtain.
I'm all about the loud, unexpected.
Yes.
That's what I do. I don't get scared by the subtle stuff. It's got to be like
Intense.
boom. Yeah.
Look, your intestines fell out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. I love it. Well, I have to ask you, since we were talking about messy and gross stuff, messy bun. Does that gross you out?
I'm neither for nor against.
Okay. So messy
Doesn't
bun
do
it is.
anything.
All right. It just came to me. It came to me and I had to ask you. Okay.
Fair enough.
Um, where are we? We did cheeky things. Okay, here we go. 5 worst things. Now, we both have our own businesses, so
Yes.
this may or may not apply to us. But 5 worst things to say immediately after you get hired. Take it away.
Number one for
Number
me.
1.
So when do I get a raise? Like, that's like, you just, they hate you already.
They hate you already.
Yeah.
Number 1 for me. So, who's single around here?
Yep. That'll do it.
If that doesn't make HR sweat.
That's right. I along the same lines. You swing?
After hours, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna need my vacation up front.
Nice. Yeah. I should use that one actually. That could come in handy. How old's your son or daughter?
Oh my god. Little
Legal?
pedophilia. Are racial slurs allowed?
Oh Lord.
I just want to know.
Yeah. Good grief. So where's the shitter?
even with me. Okay, so in terms of conflict resolution, if I smack a bitch and she deserves it, who's in the wrong?
That one's so detailed. Oh my god. Oh man. Yep, that's a good
Yeah.
one. Just the classic. Wow. Really? I am?
Oh my god, last but not least for me. If we leave early on Fridays, do we still get paid?
Excellent.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our 3-question draw. All
right.
3. Would you like to go first?
I'll go first, sure.
Okay.
So, I know you're not a shallow person, but we all have something that is like an instant turn off. So, what is your instant turn off shallow thing? It can be a physical thing or something that someone does that just instantly you're like, no, I can never be with that person.
No. It's quite a detailed reason behind it, but I'll give you the Coles Notes answer. And don't come for me. Weakness.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Though.
And I don't mean like not being able to have bad days or being vulnerable or insecure about something or
Yeah.
I mean like overly like I can't be myself around you or I can't like I've got to walk on eggshells because I'm afraid that you're going to cry and you're the man of the
Yeah.
relationship. The weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instant.
Yeah, I just can't because I am as strong as I am sensitive
Yeah.
as a Taurus. I'm quite compassionate, I'm quite empathetic, I'm quite whatever blah 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 all this stuff, but I can also be, you know,
Yep.
hard in when it's warranted,
Yep.
which is
It's
few and far
necessary
between.
sometimes.
But yeah, sometimes you got to show your teeth.
Yep.
But yeah, but that would be a turn off for me. Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah. In a relationship.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
In a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you specified, but that would be
No, but that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2. If you had a superpower, but realistic, like within your scope of life, if all of a
Superpower,
sudden,
realistic.
yeah, like it has to be a real. You can't just be like, yeah, I'd have super strength or whatever, right?
Okay.
But like something that's realistic with your line of work and things that you do that would fit well in your life. What would the superpower be?
I feel like so I've had this question before and I always say the same thing and tell me if this is realistic or not. And I love that you put the line of work thing in there because that would be interesting. I want to say the ability to stop time.
Okay.
Is that is that not on your radar of
I
realistic?
don't know. Explain.
Okay, well, so in general, that would be my superpower. My like I would want that to be able to stop time. I would still be able to move or like if I touched you, you could move, you know what I mean? Like but just stop time, right?
Yep.
But the whole addition of that useful with work, that is interesting to me. No one's ever asked me that before, and I think that would be fabulous because people often make decisions out of their emotional state. And if we could stop time and have a minute to
Yep.
collect our thoughts, to let the emotion settle, and to
Yep.
think about what we're doing before we act or respond or react,
Yep.
that moment in time could change the whole fabric of reality for
Yeah.
everyone involved.
Yeah.
So that would be such an interesting thing.
That makes sense then. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's a good one. I like the explanation with it. Initially, I was like, you don't make clocks. Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay sort of in a similar realm. If you
Hmm.
could today, no, no change, no, um, like no change in your life circumstances. It wouldn't burden you. You wouldn't have to go back to school. If you could change occupations to your dream job, what would it be? There's no restrictions, no issues. It's just uh, tomorrow you're in this job and it's the same.
A surgeon.
Very cool.
Hmm. Yep. 100% surgeon. Yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
know what I'd be.
What would you be, Mikey?
I don't know. I really don't know. I never thought about the answers for these questions. I just lined them up for you.
You
Something that travels a lot. I would want
Well,
to
I
be able
will
to.
I will be a doctor. That is the coming in the future. I will be a
Mhm.
doctor, but I think if I had have started earlier in my life,
Yeah,
I would have been a surgeon. And not that you can't do that now,
yeah,
I mean, you could go back to med school at 50 and be a surgeon, but it's just for
yeah.
me, for it's just not practical
Yes,
for
yeah,
me right now.
exactly.
But yeah. Um but yeah, yeah, totally. Surgery would be like the name of the game for me.
Very
And I
cool.
would love to do reconstructive surgery.
Oh, yes.
So, because I enjoy, maybe this is a little superficial, but I enjoy making things beautiful. Like
Yep.
I can walk into a room and I will notice, like, oh, that picture is like a quarter inch off to the left. Like I just notice
Yeah.
things like that, and that's probably a
You've
fault
got
of
that
mine.
particular sort
Yeah.
of thing.
And so I just love being able to do that. So especially for people who have been like, in accidents or traumas or anything like that, and like
Yep.
to just to take something that's a negative experience for them and to make them quote unquote beautiful again.
Yep.
That,
Yep.
oh man, that's would
Yeah,
be,
not necessarily just the superficial thing, someone wanting lip
yeah.
fillers when they've already got massive lips. But,
Mm.
someone's got a cleft palate or something,
Yes. Oh, that would be
something that
interesting.
really, really
Mm.
affects their life.
Absolutely. 100.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I
I
love
get
it.
that.
Great questions, Mikey. I like that.
Yeah,
Very nice.
brain works sometimes.
Number one for you, what is the one thing you desire the most?
Sorry, what was the.
What is the one thing you desire the most?
Oh, Lord.
Mm,
Um, I guess um,
hmm.
probably a happy relationship, like a comfortable, happy relationship. That's there's trust, there's
Hmm.
strength. That's sort of that's probably what I would go with.
A fulfilling relationship.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Fulfilling, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because with that comes a lot of happiness and
Yeah.
stability, right? That's
Stability. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
those are all things that would stem
Confidence.
off of that desire that I also want.
Mm, yes.
So
Nice.
I
Do you want?
create the foundation with the relationship.
Yes. I love that. Do you want babies?
I'm not. I'm not certain. I
Well,
knew
that's
that I
not what you told
didn't in
me
my last
today, but
relationship, but I've always like I love kids.
Mhm.
Um, so if it was something that had happened, I would
Mm.
not be upset about it. But I also wouldn't be upset to be a stepdad. My stepdad was amazing in my life.
Oh, that's great.
So I would have no issue stepping into that role. I know it would be a challenging role at times, but so so I don't have that off the books either in my mind. It's
Nice.
yeah.
I love that. Okay. Number two. When you and Lori get together, what is the first thing you will do?
Probably give her a big hug.
Aw.
That's um and I'll probably cry because I'm
Oh,
like
will you?
I'm a super softy,
Mhm.
and like uh, we've become really close friends
Yep.
in the span of a year, like ridiculously close. So yeah,
Amazing. What
big
happened from
hug,
there?
cry, and then go get a coffee or something, or a beer or a gallon of rum.
Yeah. Yes, with upside down pineapples. Um, did you see Lori's show with Tommy when she was talking about the upside down pineapples?
I don't know if I saw all of it. I think I watched like half of it, and I don't think I got to that point yet.
Apparently, an
But
upside down pineapple is code for swingers,
yes,
which I didn't know, and I'm glad I do because that could be awkward for me.
yes, yeah.
If you created a signature cereal, what would it include and what would you call it?
Okay,
Yeah.
it would include.
Hmm.
It would be like a carrot cake flavored cereal. So it would have like some
Ooh.
raisins in it and whatever, but the bits would be like carrot cakey, and so there'd be like the carrot cake bits, and then there'd be like the cream cheese icing bits, so that
Ooh.
you get like the and I would call it I don't I don't know carrot cake bites. No, no, it's like
Cake
carrot
bites.
cake pops.
Carrot cake.
Carrot cakeula. I don't,
Carrot
I don't
cake.
know. I'll
Yes.
I'll run it by my my creative team and see if they
Yeah.
can come up with something. But
With a picture of Hugh on the box holding some carrots from his garden.
that's exactly.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That was all my questions for you. But listen, I hear there's been rumor that you have a tip of the day.
I do have a tip of the
I
day.
would love just the tip, Mike.
Excellent. So a lot of times in life we can't change our situation, right? Things are put in front of us, and sometimes they're negative. The one thing that we can change, though, is our perspective and what we focus on. So sometimes what we need to do, instead of focusing on whatever that negative thing, that situation, feeling burdened by it, is simply adjust our perspective and look for the little wins in life. It might be that you made your coffee perfect that morning. It could be little things, or it could be big things, right? And as you start picking up those little things, you can actually get a win streak going in your mind, right? You'll
Hmm.
realize, man, I've had several little wins today. And all of a sudden, instead of feeling like you've got this massive burden of whatever that situation you can't change is, you start realizing, yeah, there is that, but look at all of this other good stuff that's going on around it.
You see the bigger picture.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of zoning in on that one thing, it allows you to sort of step back and go, okay, yeah, my life is worth living. it's not it's not
Hmm.
totally doom and gloom because of that one situation. So that's something that helps me.
That was a good reminder for me today, Mikey. That's a great tip.
Focus on the wins.
Focus on the wins. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me, Trace.
That's what. Yeah.
3 times. This is our 3rd show together.
Yep.
I feel like I feel like there should be some sort of certificate or medal or something I should give you.
I definitely deserve it for
You
suffering through
do.
this, but
You do. You do. You do. You're one of my favorite people. I just have to tell you that. I mean, I know I'm not yours, but that's another show.
yeah, very few people are. Don't feel offended.
People, please note there was no attempt to make me feel good in that at all. He
I'm,
didn't try to he didn't
I'm
try to
real.
clean that up. He didn't try to say, "No, no, I enjoy you too." Nothing. Nada.
What I will say is, if I'm one of your favorite people, Start looking for the wins in your life.
That's gonna be a high five this way. High five this way. No, other
No,
side.
no. I tried that. We did this. This is
Really?
why we were discombobulated.
Okay.
So I
Here we go.
think that if I do this,
Okay.
I think we should. This should be the high
High
five.
five. Let's do it the other way just in case.
There we go. I think it's one of those. Probably.
Tell people where they can find you, your show, your links, everything
So
about you, your SIN number, where you live, everything.
that's right.
Correct
Yeah.
addresses only.
So the main place that you want to look for me right now is on Call Me Dandy.
Mhm.
It's on YouTube. You should subscribe. It's you know,
Yep.
the next up and coming podcast. We're following in the steps of Jenny here. It's a great show.
It really
And
is a
we're
great
also
show.
on all of the main streaming platforms: iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, etc. So there, and then you can find me on TikTok, Downtown Michael Brown 8, and on Instagram, Downtown Michael Brown from TikTok. So
Very
it's,
nice. I
it's
love
a
it.
long one.
I love it. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me today, Mikey. Have an amazing week. We want to make sure to let everybody know to subscribe, like, share, follow, comment. And before I go, just do me a favor. Tell Josh I said hi.
I will make sure that he gets that message.
Okay, great. Thanks. Have an awesome week.
Me too.
Bye.